Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and this morning I'm going to make another version of this cute happy birthday to you card. Oh my goodness, I just really love how the dog turned out. And this is for a friend of mine whose dog's name is Yogi and looks like this. So this is um, for her. Oh, and I forgot to put a piece of white cardstock in the middle. I gotta still do that. And then I even decorated the envelope. So we're gonna do that too. So cute, cute, cute. So I will get a piece of white cardstock that I can put in the middle of both of the cards. And I am using the Critters at the Dog Park by Fawn stamp set. Has really cute dogs, of course. And then I also used the Happy Everything from Clearly Besoted stamp set that has Happy Birthday to You, May your day be filled with joy and laughter. And it has a lot of other sentiments too, so it's really cute. And this grand photo mat from Avery Elle. It cut out the frame. It also cut out this little flag, and it cut out the lawn, and that's all it cut out, I guess. Oh, no, it cut out the clouds too. And in cutting out the clouds, it gave me this little template, which I think is cute, and this is what I used to put the clouds on the envelope. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Such a cute stamp set. I have done a million things with it, so you guys are going to see many cards using this stamp set. But I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you guys like dogs like I do, you're in good shape. Keep watching because you'll see more. So I did cut a piece of light blue cardstock. This is going to be like the sky. So I put this up here. And I'm going to take off my bracelet. So I'm going to put this up here like this. And then I have a dog, all from the Critters in the Dog Park. I have a dog bowl, a butterfly, a dog with a bow, and a bone. And then I did go ahead and color my two, because this all was white. I colored my two, like the hills. I made one hill for the background and one hill for the front ground. And then this is going to go here. And I went ahead and stamped it because it was kind of hard to get the stamp to curve like it's supposed to. I had to use my Misty and kind of play with it. And once I got it where I needed it so that it would curve with this, I thought that I'd better go ahead and stamp it. I didn't do as good of a job stamping this one as I did on my other one, I don't think. So whatever, it's fine, but it's just not perfect. But you know what? I'm not particular about that. If you are, that's fine. You do you. But I am more worried about just it being handmade and liking it and the whole process. That's what I like to work with. So I have gone ahead and colored everything, as you can tell, and I die cut so that they're all set. The only thing I didn't do is the inside of the card. So let me see here. Here's a card base. I can use this to make two insides. So I want to cut the inside at 4 by 5 1/4. And 5 1/4. So now this will just get glued to the inside of the card. So let's go ahead and do that. And I am using my art glitter glue. This is my favorite craft glue. And I do have on the added tiny tip that makes it so that it gives you a really nice fine line of glue. You can even purchase that through Amazon. The last time I purchased some, I got it from Amazon. You can get it from Art Glitter, lots of scrapbooking places, like I think scrapbook.com. I think there are even some individual sellers that sell it. Oh gosh, what's her name? I don't know. Something, Mamie Made It or something like that. She sells it too. Oh, I think I have this upside down. So I just kind of want to make sure that I place this so that it's covered up by all of this stuff. all sides. Okay, so about right there. So what I like to do is I just pick up half of it, put some glue on it, stick it down, turn it around, and then pick up the other half. So then I know that it's all gotten it, but I don't lose my spot. And I actually cut a piece of just cardstock that I think is so cute. I love this cardstock. It just reminds me of my dad, I guess. Or maybe a dad. Not necessarily mine, but I need to trim it a little bit. It's a little too long. I don't even know how wide it is. It's just scraps, but I used it. I made sure it was wide enough to go under here, like so it'll shine through there, but that it's not too wide to get in the rest of the card. And I should do the half and half thing on this one too, but as you can see, it was causing me a little problem, so I'm just going to eyeball it. I think it's good here. This one's a little easier just because, well, I don't know why it's easier, but it seemed like it was a little easier. Maybe it's because it's a smaller piece. So now those should shine through. Look at me, I said it was an easier piece and that I should, and then I screwed it up because it doesn't shine, it doesn't fit right there, but that's okay. I'll cover it up here in just a second. That's pretty funny though. Yeah, I got this. Yeah, sure you do. Sure you do. So this one's going to be a little higher, or a little closer than this one. So I'm going to put this one on first, and I'm just going to glue this one down. I'm trying to center it. And then this one's going to go underneath it. I didn't center that very well either. I didn't like make it very straight, I guess. Good grief. Let me just try to do that again. One thing I do love about glue is that if you don't have it, I mean, it takes just a little bit to dry, but until then you can mess with it. Alright, so this is going to be there, and this will be here. Alright, that's good. And then I'm going to raise this one up by putting glue dots on it. And I'm just going to put one layer of glue dots. These glue dots are not the best. They are all stuck together. And I know the Stampin' Up! Ones are probably my favorite in the fact that they're super easy to get off the paper and to peel off the back, but they're not always the right size. And they're not always the right price. I mean, sometimes I can get these glue dots for like 99 cents for 2 sheets of it, which is pretty darn cheap. And as much as I go through them, that's important to me. Saving money is important to me. Okay, so this is going to go on top here like that. Perfect. And I'm going to put, let's just go ahead and do it. I'm going to put pop dots on this too, but I'm going to actually double layer the pop dots on this. So it's going to be raised twice, like a double thickness. I want to make sure that I have enough on here that it's not like curving at the bottom. That's not pretty. Or in the middle. Sagging. That's the word I was looking for. Gosh, these are like all stuck together. Okay, so now that I have it pretty well glue dotted, foam dotted, I'm going to take the backing off, and then I'm going to put another layer of foam dots on top. I went on an Audible splurge last night, which is never a good, it's sometimes a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's books, but it's like, oh gosh, sometimes when I get started, they were having a sale and some titles were 75% off, and I was like, oh gosh. So I found probably 5 or 6 or less than 10, more than 5 probably books. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm going to be listening to my Audible books. Some of them, I've really been enjoying the ones that I've read from Reese Witherspoon's book club. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but on Audible she has like a suggested book of the month. And I haven't read a ton of them. I think I've read 3 or 4 of them. And of those, one of them is my favorite book of the year so far, Where the Crawdads Sing, which is going to be made into a movie, so that's pretty exciting. And then another one is a close second. It's great too. It's called The Guest List. Maybe not a second, but it's definitely in the top 5 of the books that I've read this year. Read, listened to, whatever. I use them interchangeably. And there was one that I wasn't super fond of, but it was still a good book. I mean, I don't regret reading it or anything, but I am excited to get another one of hers because I think that she really has some good taste in books, as far as I can tell. I'm also going to pop dot this. I don't remember what else I pop dotted. I'm going to have to look at my thing. I pop dotted the dog and the... I didn't pop dot the clouds. I did pop dot the butterfly. Speaking of dogs, mine are going nuts, aren't they? I'm going to need to put pop dots just on a little bit of him. Oh my goodness. What in the world? That's Winnie and Waylon. You guys might know who they are. I feel like everybody knows. I'm taking a drink, so that's why I didn't say anything, but they are twins, and they are pocket American bullies, and sometimes they are bullies, as you can tell. And I had a pop dot on this. I hear you. What are you doing, little man? Or are you the little girl? You're the little girl. What's going on, princess? What's going on? Is your brother getting mad to you? What's happening, sweet girl? Oh, your mommy's baby girl. You told your brother that he needs to be nice to his sister. I love you. Oh, and there's the little man. Hi, Wei Wei. How's Mama's Waylon? Are you being mean, or was it your sister being mean? He says it was Winnie being mean. Winnie says it was him being mean, and I have a feeling that she's probably telling the truth. Aren't you, Win? Your brother can be a nincompoop sometimes, for sure. Oh, I put this on the wrong side. I want this on the top of the bowl. Alright, I think I'm good. So I'm going to take one of my blue pens and go around the clouds just to give them a little bit of zhuzh. This is just one of my markers. It's not even the same color I used the last time. It doesn't really matter. Just a little something to just give it a little bit of detail. I have Rocket Man in my head. A song by Elton John. I'm sure you guys know it. And if you don't, you need to quickly go listen to it, because it's a good one. Okay, I'm going to put this down first, I think. So let's go ahead and pull all of these things off. Did I finish my story about the books? I don't even know. Sorry if I didn't. My point was that I like Reese Witherspoon's collection, and so I got another one of those, and I got some others just because they sounded good. And I did use one of my credits for another book that's out, but I couldn't tell you the name of it right now. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. I asked people if they wanted to do a book club where we read a book every month, and nobody really was interested in that. Lisa thought that she might want to, but then she got busy with stuff, so we never really kicked it off. But I really enjoy reading. And there's actually a man that I've recently discovered on YouTube who, Peter Mon is his name, and I think his website, his YouTube is Peter Likes Books, and they do a book club every month, and they seem to be into like serial killers and stuff, which I find fascinating. So I'm kind of intrigued. I might join his book club. I mean, you don't join it, you just read the book, and you can, I think there's a Facebook page that he chats with. So, and I think that they do a monthly YouTube where they are live and they just chat about the book, like just a conversation. My dogs are running around like crazy fools. They like to do parkour, and you know, I don't discourage it so much because it's so stinking cute. But they do tear up the furniture, and they do make things not as clean as you might like, so, you know. But they fill my heart with love and joy, so I don't mind one bit, honestly. So this is popped out at once, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of put it in here and kind of put it toward the top so that you can still see the cute plaid underneath. But that you can still read it. Kind of like that. I think that'll be fine. You can see the plaid through there. It's not super obvious, it's very subtle, but I think that's kind of neat. And I'm going to set my doggy on there. So I only put pop dots at the top of my dog because he's going to be sitting on this hill, and this hill was popped dotted once, so I wanted his body to be flat. So I put pop dots on the top, and I'm putting glue on the bottom because the glue is going to, or the bottom part is going to be on this pop dotted surface, and then now this is pop dotted, so now he's one level. Does that make sense? Hopefully. And I'm going to put the butterfly flying in the sky. I like coloring butterflies because you can do any color you want. It's kind of fun. And I'm doing the same thing with his dog bowl. So I put a pop dot at the top of his dog bowl, and I'm going to put glue on the bottom part of his dog bowl. Now I am making my other one for Sarah, so I know her dog's name is Yogi, but I don't know what this dog's name would be, so I'm going to leave it blank. But later when I send it, if I know the person's dog's name, if I want to, I can do this. Oh, and you know what? Something I didn't do yet, which I should have done before I put it down here. But I have my little slicer, and I'm going to just go through hopefully one layer of his dog bowl, and then I can stick the bone down in there. Now I've already glued this down, so that's popped out of the first part. So I should have done this differently, but I didn't. Let me find something that I can hopefully stick through here. I don't know if I went far enough. I may not have sliced it all the way. I was worried about going too far. And I think that there's a pop dot right on it. Yeah, I got it open. There we go. There we go. Stick the bone in there. I think that's cute, just an added cuteness. And same with the bow tie. And I'm going to assume this is a boy dog just because I put the plaid on there and it reminds me of boys, so I'm going to put the bow on his neck, but you could also put it on her head if you wanted it to be a girl dog. Now I colored this dog black because that's the color that Yogi is, but I did find out that it's really hard to see, you know, the details of the dog's face and stuff, just like it is if you took a picture of the dog. Sometimes it's hard to tell the details when you have a dark colored animal. I had a cat that was a black cat, Spooky, and that was the same. And then also my beloved dog Tinkerbell, until she got older and had white around her little snout. And for that matter, Taz too. So something that I did to make this a little easier was I took my black pen and I went ahead and recolored the nose and even like the lines around his face and his little eyes. Anything that I wanted to pop a little bit more, but honestly the black doesn't even really show up. And this is a dark gray. It's not even a black pen or marker that I used, so it is funny how it colors. So I am just taking this black, and this is a black pen. And then what I did to make it even better, or to pop even more, is I took my glossy accents that I have in one of these little fine point containers. I just poured my poppy accents into here, glossy accents into here, poppy accents. And I'm just going to trace over where his little eyes are, and his nose, and his little mouth, so that it'll be a little easier to hopefully see. And I'll show you here what I'm talking about. And I'm also doing some glossy accents on the butterfly, because why not? Did I do them anywhere else? I don't think so. And then I think that adding some white to the edges is really helps make it pop. And let me show you what I did with this first one. See how I put like white over here and stuff? So I'm going to do that same thing on this one. And I also put the glossy accents, so hopefully you can see the glossy accents. It makes it a little easier to see the details. And this is just a jelly roll pen, and it's a 10. They have different sizes, but I really like the 10. It seems to work the best for me anyway. the other ones tend to either dry up or you can't really, like, it works for maybe 2 times and then it doesn't work anymore. I have had really nice luck with these. And I'm kind of putting some of the lines like where his ears are and stuff so that hopefully it'll help distinguish all of the different parts since he is so dark. And I could write a name in here, you know, whatever you want to do. And then I also am going to take my white pen and draw lines for the butterfly in flight. A little swirly. There we go. Just like that. So it's really cute, I think. And then I'm going to take the envelope and I cut a piece of cardstock. This is cut at, well, what is it cut at? 5.5 by 3, and then I scored it at 1 1/4. So it's scored right here at 1 1/4. And the short end is going to go inside the envelope, and then the long end is going to go up on the envelope like this. And then I'm going to center it, but you can see how like the envelope folds in a little bit and this doesn't, so I'm going to try to take care of that too. So I'm just going to take my snips and go down here and just make an angle cut. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, you do your best. And then so this kind of angles with the envelope. And then to make sure that the envelope stays in there, I just put a little bit of glue on the top and on the sides. And just on the top part, I haven't done anything on the score line and below. I leave that alone because then it folds with it. Because sometimes if you were to put glue on it when you're folding something, it doesn't fold exactly in the same spot and it makes a big bump and it's crazy. So just be sure to just put a little bit of glue at the top. And as long as you have this down far enough where it stays, you're in good shape. So now to do the outside of the envelope, I'm going to take my cloud stencil and one of my makeup brushes, my tempting turquoise, or whatever color you want your clouds to be. Isn't that cute? And then I'm going to do another one down here, kind of going off the page a little bit. I'm trying to be real careful not to get any on the edges. I did, of course, because that's what I do. This is crafting in real life, but I'm not going to mind. And then I think I'm going to also stamp the dog, just like I did with hers, just because I think it's cute. Gives you a little extra, gives you a little idea of what's inside. So I took that same dog, and I'm just going to put him right here. Clean him off and put it back. And I also took my black and colored his nose in just because I thought that needed it. And is that everything I did? Yes, it is. Oh, and I still need to put the white inside this one. Let's go ahead and do that so I won't forget. Not that I would forget when I was going to sign it, but I'd be bummed out because I hadn't done it yet. I'd be ready to write my little note, and I'd have to do this first. All right, so here's the envelope with the inside and the outside, and then here is our card. Now these glossy accents don't take too long to dry. You can see that it's shiny already. It goes from that like foggy looking to shiny and clear. It's still a little bit foggy, so I know it's not quite dry yet, but it's really cute. So there we go. That is our card for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it inspired you. And oh, you know what else I just thought I could do? I could put a little rhinestone. Where's my little, here it is, tool. I'm going to put this on the eye for birthday. Have a little glue on there. And I'm going to put one on this one for birthday. And I think I'm going to put one or two on the dog bowl. One right there too. Yeah, I think that looks cute. Yay! Maybe I'll go ahead and put one on this. It's looking like it's drying really good now. Really well now. Put one here. Put one here. And maybe I can put a name on it when I find out who I'm giving this to. But I think it's really cute. So thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.